of the altar. You must be a man of the altar. Listen. You know, sometimes when they speak to you, you don't want to hear. You see, on this earth, what you own is totally determined by the altar powering your life. Be a man of the altar. Be a man of the altar. The reason why a native doctor will come out and he's coding is not because he has a special power. He's coding based on the altar powering him. If they come against you, which altar will fight for you? Because in the word of the spirit, a mortal man can't fight. You must need a God that is rising from an altar to defend you in the word of the spirit. When that battle comes, which altar will fight for you? Be a man of the altar. Be a woman of the altar. Because in the years to come, it will be battles of altars. Altar versus altar. Which one will represent you? Be a man of sacrifice. God met Gideon. He said, you are a mighty man of valor. I want to use you to deliver your people. But he says, first, there is a limiting altar in your father's house. You must break it down. And then after breaking it down, you can't stop there. You must raise another one for me. Jacob, you will birth a new generation. But the birthing of that new generation started from the day Jacob raised an altar for the Lord. Check the patriarch in the Bible. All of them were men of the altar. Even God gave instruction to Moses and the children of Israel. He said, when you get to that land, raise an altar. Raise an altar. Raise an altar. You must be a man of the altar. Listen to me. You don't pray everywhere. You pray on your altar. There's a place God should meet you every morning. It's not today in the room, tomorrow in toilet. No, there is a point that an angel comes every 5 a.m. to stand with his word, waiting for your instruction. Where is your altar? Is a question that the Spirit of God is throwing to you. Because you can't go through the year 2023 if you are not a man of the altar. You must go home and clear somewhere and say, here is the point where I'll meet with God every morning. God wants to have a meeting point with you. You must be a man of the altar. Even as a student, I don't pray. When I was a student, I had a roommate, but I have a corner in my room where I pray. Once it's in the morning, I stay in that corner. Retina Makaya, Zuzi Kafrete. Do you know what happens? The reason why we do a little thing here, you are feeling God's presence, is because the heaven over this place have been cracked open. Do you know your room? There are rooms you enter, you can't pray. And yet there are rooms you just enter. These rooms are portals to heaven. As soon as you step in, nothing touches you. Before you know it, you are praying in tongues. I'm feeling somehow. You are not feeling anything. It's the environment that is conditioning your feeling. Listen to me. If a native doctor with all his regalians come into my room, my prayer room, with his, in short, carrying the shrine into my prayer room, he will start praying. Is anyone hearing what I'm saying? He will start praying. Nobody will preach to him. The environment will condition him to begin to call the God of heaven. You must be a man of the altar. You see, in pouring libation, there are, when a native doctor goes to the altar and he knows he need to pour, he need to say this incantation for 7 times. He cannot say it 6 times and stop. At a point, the prophet told Nehemiah, he said, you must go to that place and dip yourself in that water for how many times? 7 times. He said, at the 7th one, the man dipped himself. The 6th one, he was still leprous. At the 7th one, you must be listening to the tune of the Spirit. When he tunes your prayer time to 2 hours, move. When he tunes it to 3 hours, move. When he tunes it to 4 hours, move. Don't wait in 30 minutes. 12 years now as a believer, it's still 30 minutes you are struggling with. When the Spirit of God is already waiting for you in 5 hours. Listen to me. There are things you begin to do consciously. Kapataka. Early morning. Shatiyakate. Oh Lord my God, early will I seek you. And God says, as you seek me, hey, you Malia Baratayaka. Others might go to their business place by 6 a.m. But you are seeking me and waited till 10. I will keep all customers until your shop is open. It's not of ye that willeth. It's not of he that runneth. There's a God that shows mercy, and mercy is dropped in the place of prayer. While you are doing that, there is an oil of mercy being poured on your head, and others are running, others are shouting, but mercy is clearing road for you. If you must go through 2023, you must rely on the tabernacle of mercy. Mercy should be the umbrella over your head. Kaika. So you just finish 3 hours, you walk into the market, and everything in the market begins to align to you. And you say, today, because I have appointment with God by 4 p.m., I will close market by 3. You are there by 10. You are closing by 3. God will bring the market of 1 week into 3 hours. Where is your altar? Some of you don't have altar. Your altar is when somebody tells you, kaka. People don't conquer battles that way. They don't conquer battles that way. There's a way to conquer battle. There's a way to write your name in the corridor of time. There's a way to write your name, and then elders in heaven, when they hear your voice, everybody is waiting to hear. You know, there is a way you go in the place of prayer. Even when God wants to take decisions in heaven, say, can I do it without sharing it to GPK? Can I do it first without sharing? He comes to your dream world and shares it to you and say, you see, this election is about being hijacked by this one, but I call you in prayer. He trusts you and knows that if you can give 3 hours until the election day, He win. Spirit of victory, cover us with your wing. Flow like the mighty wind.